lived in Lewisville many years ago. We had 2 small children, had a pretty good family with a typical family of 4, 2 children, a dog, 2 cars. Ron worked and I stayed home. During that time we had thought about increasing the size of our family and having more children, but decided why not adopt. So we proceeded in the late 70s. We adopted Vicki. Vicki was a vivacious, attractive, happy child who was 11 years old at the time. She was older than our other 2 daughters. Our other 2 daughters were 8 and 7 at the time. And that presented me with challenges because I had never had an older child in my home. Within 2 years of our bringing Vicki into our home, Ron's job took us to Colorado. So we picked up our whole family and moved to Colorado. It was during that time when I was in Colorado that times got tough for me. When I had been in Lewisville, we had a church family, I had friends, I had family within a few hours. In Colorado, try as we might, we could not find a church home. On top of that, we were in an age where there was no Facebook, no Snapchat, no cell phones, and long distance calls were expensive, so to call my mom and talk to her was just not an option that I could have every day. As Vicki matured into a teenager, she of course started being rebellious. But on top of that, Vicki's background of having been in 5 or 6 foster homes led her to a situation where she was unable to accept parenting. She was unable to accept bonding with the family. So her teenage years with us were very tumultuous, to say the least. And of course at that time I had no resources to fall back on. I couldn't call mom and say, take the kids for a day please, or anything like that. I was a stay-at-home mom. I tried to volunteer at several places but never got a phone call back. So I was pretty much isolated, and during this time it was a very dark and hard time for me. I'd pray and I'd say, God help me, I want to be a mother to this child. I don't want her to grow into adulthood without knowing what a mother is really for. But it never seemed to help. And I doubted at times that God was hearing me. And I thought, okay, I know that He's there, but it was hard for me because I could never make contact. He never said, it's all going to be all right soon. As time progressed, 3 years later we moved back to North Carolina. Times were still tough. Vicki was now 15, 16 in age. And by the time she reached her 16th birthday, she declared to us that she no longer had to go to school and she would not go to school anymore. And then for the next 2 years, she was in and out of our home. Come in and stay for a little while and then find a friend she wanted to go stay with, and she was in and out. When she turned 18, she declared to us that she was now free of us and she was going to leave. So she did. At that time, I had started working and I turned myself into my work and my career and tried to put aside all that. Vicki was gone. Things within the family were a little bit less disturbing for us, but I had a child who was out there somewhere missing, and she didn't call, she didn't contact us, and it went on for over 3 years. Mother's Day, it's been 3 years, Vicki contacted me and she called me and she wanted to wish me a happy Mother's Day. But she also wanted to say to us that she was sorry for all the tumult she had caused and for giving us a hard time, and that she wanted to be back with us and to be a part of our family. And all during this time, I kept saying to myself, there's got to be a reason for all of this. I've got to use some of this for some good in the world. So I retired from my job and was sitting and watching a spot on TV one day, and it was about the guardian ad litem program. And a guardian ad litem is appointed by the court to represent each child who's in foster care, so that those children will have somebody to speak for them in court. And for the last 8 or 9 years now, maybe, I've been a guardian ad litem for some children. A lot of Vicki's problems that she presented to us were merely from having been shifted around from one place to another, not knowing that permanency that she needed. My time in Colorado was such a dark time, and many times I wondered what it was for, and I waited for the Lord to tell me what I needed to do, where I needed to go. In the long run, God did lead me to it. He led me to the Guardian Ad Litem program. Hey, I can witness not only to the children that I have in my care, but to the parents and to other co-workers and to many of the people that I come in contact with. And it has really been a blessing to me.
While I'm waiting